surprised at all how many guys are redshirting? I know it's not final, but
Yeah, I am. Yeah, and we don't use that term around here because you don't redshirt. If you're not good enough, you don't play. And we certainly don't save guys, but you don't just, don't be ignorant either. So, yeah, I am surprised. I don't want to do that.
good for the future. Is that? I mean, what's a good way of?
My future's Iowa.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Urban, they want to run the ball. You guys want to run the ball. Could it be just as simple as whoever's got the most success on the ground?
That's a lot of times in games like that's it. But I think you saw them against Michigan State throw the ball very effectively, and that's when they got some points. And we're kind of a big play outfit in the pass game. I wish we were more efficient in the medium stuff, but I don't. We don't want to be known as that. We want to be known as a nice balanced offense that can score points, and I'm sure they want to do the same. So I think on paper it might look like that. I think everybody understands, though, we're kind of hard to run against, and they're kind of hard to run against. So
When you talk about
we're certainly not going to be stubborn.
Right.
Carlos's development, growth from the summer to now, has he come full circle?
Oh, well, he was pretty good last year. If you're talking about maturity and those type of things, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw, I don't want to make light of what happened because it was very serious. And but there's 3 ways we are constantly evaluating these guys. And every Thursday it's called Player Development Day, and we go through every player on the team. And our strength coach, our academic people, and our training staff rate him for me. And he's been very high on each, which usually means a fairly mature guy. So I like where he's at.
Coming off a bye, do you change anything? I mean, in your history, tweaking things? I mean, we know you focused on pass defense. You talked about that last week. But are there going to be subtle differences that we may or may not see coming up on?
Yeah, we always
Saturday?
tweak things. You get a chance to self-evaluate, self-scout yourselves and say, okay, for example, in this formation, we have a formation where we're 87% passing or run-in. That's not good. When you want to be 60-40, 50-50, so you don't have these tendencies. And so that's a chance. You don't get a chance to do that usually on a typical work week. So that kind of stuff. The same with special teams.
These guys haven't given up a rushing touchdown.
I saw that.
And we were talking to Corey.
They haven't been in goal line defense.
Yeah. Well, that's
Think about that.
Yeah, that's interesting. But is that a challenge for you guys, though? I mean, do you throw that out there to your offense? This is talk about how you approach that on a week.
Well, we haven't approached that yet. That's tomorrow. We start. We're just worrying about execution, and then tomorrow's the build up, the motivation, all those type of things, and that's Thursday. So I'm sure the line coaches. I haven't had a chat with them yet. They will.
A couple of the Iowa players called Hyde a beast. That's pretty high praise in football vernacular.
Who called him that?
The safety.
He's big. He's big, and
what
he's
does
big.
that mean to you?
What does it mean to me?
when a running back is a beast and you've got him.
It was kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. You have to think about that one.
Kyle Dotson, where's he at? It's second year in the program. Do you feel
Kyle
good about-
Dotson?
Yeah. Do you feel good about where he's at, or?
Well, he's not playing, so I don't feel that good about it. I like him. I mean, he's a nice kid, and
You got a veteran.
he's got to
though,
develop. Yeah, but he can still get in the rotation. So he's got a ways to go, but he's a nice kid, and he's working hard.
I know
He's got the talent to play here.
I know your mind's on Iowa. You're 6-0, best chance to go 7-0. But today they announced the committee that's going to.
I saw that.
Yeah. Well, just real quickly, what's your thought on teams being picked by committee? Is that good for you? I mean, in the future, what do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't know any other way to do it. I guess committees are. I took a peek at it. I saw Coach Alvarez was on it, and I like when old coaches are on it.
Kind of Lisa Rice is on it. I mean.
I don't. She's a Secretary of State. I don't know much about her knowledge of football, but I know.
She's not an old coach.
Ty Williams on it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have not heard from Coach Wayne in a while. I really haven't given any thought to it though.
Remember, what's the best thing that your offensive line is doing? What's the thing they need to work on the most?
The offensive line. The best thing they're doing is blocking people. They're doing a good job. I always want more from them, but they're doing a nice job. I think we got to really, especially this week, this team likes to blitz in certain situations. We got to protect our quarterback, but that's an area right now. I like the way they're playing.
Urban, is this kind of a trap game coming off of 2 primetime games and then the week off?
No, it's one of the best defenses. They're in the top 10 in America, and our kids know that. So, no.
Have you figured out? You said you've been working 2 weeks to try to figure out how to move the football against this defense. Have you figured it out?
No, I don't know.
getting there.
We're working really hard. They're good. They're really sound. They don't do much on defense. They're very similar. I coached against them in the Outback Bowl several years ago.
Two more questions.
So.
You mentioned your evaluation of a player like Carlos Hyde, like just on and off the field. Do you have to evaluate a guy like that more when he has had an on-field incident in the past?
No, it's a short leash. It's it's no different than you have a child that luckily I haven't had many children that have had many issues, but you just once there's an error, they're on a short leash, and that's what we do.
You talked about ball security with Braxton. You've talked
Worked
about
really
that
hard
this
at it.
week. I guess what are you expecting coming off the game he had against Northwestern? What are you expecting to see Saturday?
Tight ball security and very I expect him to be Braxton Miller with better ball security. Which you take away those two fumbles, he actually played pretty good in that game, actually real good. But that's like saying take away a bad golf shot on the 18th hole. That's the way it is. Thank you. You guys have a great day.